I'm Latta Hamilton, the founder and head coach of Passion Pioneers. I'm an accredited change manager, NLP practitioner, and career change coach. And you're joining me now for the Reimagine Restructures video series. So today's topic is how to entice the next generation to stick around. You spent all of this time and money and effort training and developing the next generation, Gen Y, Gen Z, and within the first couple of years of starting with your company, they might go and find a role with more responsibility in another company somewhere, or they might be going off and, finding more money in another role somewhere. Or they might go and do a stint in New York or London. Maybe they even want to just start their own protein balls business on the side. Whatever it happens to be, you end up losing this fantastic talent that you've spent all of this time training and developing. And the real problem is that you might have had them being benched and doing bench planning for them to move into particular leadership or managerial roles, and because they seem so flighty, they've gone off and they've left your company and they've left you with a bit of a gap in terms of your future workforce. So today's video is going to be 3 ideas for you around how to entice that next generation to stick around and how to actually encourage them to stay with you and with your company. So the first idea that I have for you is to create experiences. So millennials, Gen Y, Gen Z, they really do want to have a good time, but much more than that, they also want to share those experiences. And of course, they're more than happy to share this stuff on social media. What it can do is it can actually be almost free advertising, free marketing, not just for your brand, but also for future talent. So you could either provide for them social experiences, so company culture, the way that the office is set up, what opportunities they have in the office around from a social aspect, social events, any kinds of events that you might do, and actually building these experiences out to give them something that they enjoy and also something that they want to share. But then the other side of the experiences that you could also harness is around personal or professional development and growth. So Simon Sinek does this really fantastic YouTube talk. You can find this on YouTube. Companies having the opportunity to breed a sense of responsibility and breed a sense of accountability with the younger generation and the younger workforce. They can be fantastic talent for you in the future and spokespeople for you in the present day. So idea number 2 that I have for you is to offer flexibility. Now, a lot of companies have a flexibility policy, but there is still a little bit of a sense, I feel, around flexibility really being around parental purposes. So it's around encouraging everybody in your company, all of the demographics, to know that this flexibility policy is around and to know that they can actually take advantage of it. There's a trend for millennials and for younger generation around self-care. So to have time to recharge, to reboot, to relax, to rejuvenate. So encouraging flexibility amongst the younger generation can actually tap into this desire and this mindset and this thing that they find really valuable. You can also use flexibility or encourage flexibility for them for travel if they do want to do stints overseas, or if they want to go and do adventures or whatever it happens to be. And then the third thing as well is encouraging flexibility if people do want to have a bit of a side hustle, if they do want to have a bit of a side business, or being in business can be the steepest learning curve that you'll ever actually have in your whole life. The growth, the development, the things that you've got to go through and learn, the resilience and the perseverance that gets built. And these can be fabulous qualities, fabulous traits that are getting built up in the business side of their world, but then they bring that back into their paid employment with you. So it can be really valuable for you to be encouraging the use of flexibility for everybody in your workplace, including and especially for the younger generation too. And then the third idea that I have for you is to pay them what they are worth. Pay the next generation what they're worth. I know it can be really hard to find the balance between wanting to attract the best talent and the greatest talent and putting your hand into your pocket to attract them in. If you do that, you need to make sure that you continue to do that moving into the future. Now, you do need to kind of temper this and balance this with making sure that there's an appreciation around and a sense of earning around their income and their salary. that if you don't do this, if you don't really think about paying these younger employees what they are worth, then they are going to start looking elsewhere. And I want you to think about not so much maybe the value that they can bring to you right now, but the value of their potential. And then having some of those other things such as, their experience and as having their flexibility can really create an incredible young next generation future workforce for you. So they were 3 ideas that I have for you to entice the next generation to stick around. Feel free to jump over to our website, passionpioneers.com.au, and obviously keep an eye out for our future videos. See ya!